There are loads of memorization strategies in the English teaching world. Images, gestures, mnemonics, games. I've covered many of them myself. But there's one that always gets overlooked, and that's the use of sounds. For some students, it's the most powerful way of learning vocab, but they never get to use it. That changes now. I'm Will from Enchanted ESL, and in this video I'll explain how to use super simple audio hooks to boost your students' memorization. I imagine you've heard the terms visual learner and photographic memory. Those things get a lot of attention. Images are easier to interpret than the written word. This is hugely important, and I've made a video on how to take advantage of that. It's up there and down in the description. However, images aren't the only way of doing it. So we shouldn't limit ourselves to just using pictures. With the exception of people with hearing impairments, we all have pretty sophisticated hearing, and sounds connect to significant memories. The bark of next door's dog, the school bell, or the intro to your favourite childhood song. Immediately recognisable. They're shortcuts to certain bits of information, and we can use that to learn English vocabulary. Audio hooks can strengthen links or add new neural pathways to a word. And for some people, they become the most important way of recalling those words. Because there are people out there, myself included, who prefer auditory information to pictures. For the record, I'm aware that the theory of learning styles has long since been discredited. I believe the majority of people learn in a variety of different ways. We're not just visual learners or auditory learners. We combine them all. And that's why we should use images and sounds with all learners, as well as gestures and emotions, which will come up in future videos. Plus, sometimes you just can't find a good picture for a word, and a sound would be much better. Anyway, hopefully I've convinced you of the importance of using sounds in vocab memorization. But what sounds should we use, and how can we apply them? The first thing is tone. We can transmit the meaning of a word just by the way we say it. Happy, computer, sigh, are all really good examples. And what about shout or whisper? My favourite is sneaky. You can say it sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. But this is limited to certain words. You can't transmit the meaning of bottle by saying it in a different tone. So in these cases, we can add a sound next to the word. For example, drink, glug, glug, glug. Disgusting, ew. Or ambulance, nino, nino, nino. They don't have to be sounds made with the mouth either. Clapping and clicking works too, like quickly, or attention. Kids love this kind of thing, and while adults and teenagers can be reluctant, with a bit of energy you can get them involved. Plus, you can take this idea to the next level by adding in cultural references. For example, you have a student who loves Nintendo games. When Mario gets a mushroom, he grows and makes a sound like bloop 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 bloop. You can associate this with a word like grows or increases or expands. Or if your students love Harry Potter, you can adapt the classic Wingardium Leviosa quote for a difficult to pronounce word and make that word memorable with your best Hermione impression. You're saying it wrong! It's comfortable, not comfortable. If you think using sounds in your classroom is a great idea, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow, so thanks a lot. TV shows, films and games are great resources for finding recognisable sounds that you can associate with words. Use your creativity and don't be afraid to make some silly sounds yourself. One technique you may wish to apply is using songs to learn vocabulary. Lots of teachers get lyrics from popular hits to engage their students with new language, but you can take it a step further by harnessing the power of the music itself. Choose a song with some good target vocabulary and capture that in its musical context. For example, We Are the Champions by Queen is full of short lines with a variety of vocabulary and phrases. Not ideal for beginners, but intermediates and advanced students can learn phrases like I've paid my dues or I've come through. All you have to do is just find a song that your students will like. The next step with audio hooks is to combine them with physical gestures. Music and dance go hand in hand, so why not introduce some movement for even more powerful learning? You can find out how to do that in this video right here, so go check it out now. But for now, I've been Will from Enchanted ESL, wishing you all the joy and success in your teaching. See ya!